Alright, let's play beatblock. This game has got a massive update, and I mean massive. Look at, they replaced the level with a new one, and it has 2 difficulties this time. Alright, let's start it. Let's start with tutorial. Actually, let's do default taps. Make it more interesting. I know I always do lenient, but let's do default today. Move your pedal with the mouse, hit those blocks. Let it go. Now hold. Let's introduce the roller the pedal. Okay, it's already different. This is not the same tutorial. They really did change the whole game. Okay, so that tutorial is different. Alright, let's go on to gridded strings. Oh, that's different. I guess it is introducing a new mechanic that the tutorial would have introduced. Which I actually like the new tutorial. That's not that different. I'm gonna turn on lenient taps. Alright, there we go. Got that one done. Now let's go on to this one. The new level. Okay, this one I'm excited about. It's a new level, so I don't know how hard it will be. Oh. Okay, so this one introduces sides. Alright, let's
Now introducing, ranked as the most popular note in Beatblockers magazine 2 years running. Cast your mind back on this track, the 1800s. A local yokel is minding her business, the business of bar running, when a drunken interloper attempts to charge. Thinking quickly, she grabs the assailant's shoulders and hops. Clambering over the shoulders of opponents was common practice, was, but inefficient and ruled not a very good idea by the high courts. The year is 1894. At the turn of the century, a gentlemanly Huxley J. Sidenote was playing his favorite childhood game. Beat, beat, beat the rhythm and notes, a test of wit and flow in a series of challenging songs with the intent to be enjoyed. Or, in our modern knowledge, beat block. During a particularly difficult ditty, Huckster realized he was about to drop the full combo and attempt to save face by hitting a regular note with the side of his palette. There were no survivors. Today, this incident is celebrated as the birth of the modern-day side note. Hit these with the slide of your paddle on the side of the paddle, or risk dropping a combo if you hit it on the center. Good luck.
That was easy. I guess that's why it's called Easy 5. Alright, now let's go on to I Love You .vbs. This one is one of my favorites. I guess my new favorite is that new song. 45. Alright, let's do it. I'm going through the whole game tonight. Even the secret level. And I have one custom level I want to do. I'm gonna have to put it in though. They should have a they should put hard on graded strings too. Then let's do this one. On hard. Let's see what it's like on hard.
Now introducing, ranked as the most popular node in Beatblockers magazine 2 years running. Cast your mind back on this track, the 1800s. A local yokel is minding her business, the business of bar running, when a drunken interloper attempts to charge. Thinking quickly, she grabs the assailant's shoulders and hops. Clambering over the shoulders of opponents was common practice, but inefficient and ruled not a very good idea by the high courts. The year is 1894. At the turn of the century, a gentlemanly Huxley J. side note was playing his favorite childhood game. Beat, 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 beat the rhythm and notes, a test of wit and flow in a series of challenging songs with the intent to be enjoyed. Or, in our modern knowledge, beat block. During a particularly difficult ditty, Huckster realized he was about to drop the full combo and attempt to save face by hitting a regular note with the side of his paddle. There were no survivors. Today, this incident is celebrated as the birth of the modern-day side note. Hit these with the slide of your paddle on the side of the paddle, or risk dropping a combo if you hit it on the center. Good luck.
Alright, now let's do I Love You. This one. Whatever this one is. There we go. Now on to the last one. I have to get an A on this, and I unlock Marathon. An A or higher, at least. At least above a 90%. Okay, I did it. I did it. Yeah! Do you want me to... Next video, do you want me to do the new marathon mode? With the new level? Let me know in the comments if you want to see that next video. But after this, I'm gonna show you how to download a level. There's two ways you can do it, off the official Discord or the website. Okay, so first what you're gonna do is go, after you do the tutorial, go to custom levels and then open folder. This is where you're gonna want to put the levels in. And then open up your browser, go to Google and search up beatblock browser.me. And then you're going to click the first link, and then you can search for whatever level, whatever artist you want. You're going to look for a level. Let me look and see if there's any new Toby Fox levels. Guess I can do. You're gonna when you find one you want to click manual, and that will download a file. That is your level. Let me just keep on looking. And then let me show you how to do it on let me get rid of that. And then you're gonna extract all on the level and then delete it. And then here's your extracted file. That's what you're gonna want to put in the custom level folder. Let me find Discord. There it is. So what you want to do is go to Cranky Customs Discord server, and then you're gonna go to and then you're gonna go to level showcase. Here are the levels. Oof. And then you're gonna click the zip, and then it'll download to there. I have 3 levels for today. Let me just download that one. Looks like they added a new one. Old Hammer. The Hammer of Justice map. And then close out of it. Reopen everything. Reopen it. And then go to custom levels, and it should be there. And there's another way to do it. I'm not going to show you that today. Just watch a different video. It will show you. Alright. I'll do Flame Wall last. Oh shit, I forgot to do something. Hold on. You can't just put them... Hold on, I forgot. You can't just put them in there. Okay, let's put that back there. You have to go inside the folder and bring that out and put it in. That's the level. Go into the folder and put it in there. Alright, there we go. That's what you have to do. Now let's go back in. There we go. Let's start with Hammer of Justice. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my god, wait! The fucking Rude Buster! The Rude Buster tap! Ah, there's the laugh. Alright, let's do Trinity Encore. This one I actually did on FNF. It was pretty fucking crazy on FNF. Let's see how it is on here. Okay, cool so far. Okay, that's cool so far. Oh, it's done. You don't. No. You know what? Bye. I'm done. Bye. I'm gone. Bye. Bye. Bye, fuckers. Bye. Bye. I'm gone. Bye. Alright, I'm back. Let's do it. How do you even do something like that in this game? I am God. This is pretty cool. Well, he killed himself. Damn. Damn, he committed suicide. Damn. Alright, let's go on to Flame Wall. This one I'm excited. 300! What the fuck? 300 BPM! 300! The fire is too hot to touch, yet it won't stop you. The fuck? 300! Oh shit! Oh my... Holy shit! No! I'm gone. Bye. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. No. Why? Why? Who created this level? Who wants me to suffer? Fuck! 4,000! Goddamn!